Hey guys, I've been getting some questions, of course, about what I'm doing with my Facebook page and the social team builder training, and I do want to help. I want to see if I can answer some of you guys' questions, but I do also want to say a few things first before I go through all of this. First off, I am not an expert. Okay. There are a lot of methods out there. I'm sure there are a lot of trainings, a lot of people who have been doing this longer than me that, have a lot of success. So you can't get caught up in looking at every little thing that's out there. I mean, you have to pick a method and stick to it. When something new comes out, yeah, learn about it, but you can't be going every which direction. So this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm focusing on. If you feel the same way, then you need to become part of the social team builder training when he does it. I think Kim Bates said he was doing one in April. It's an investment. It's a process. It's a 6-week training for a reason. I've been doing this since the beginning of January, and I'm about halfway through. I'm taking it at my own pace. I'm trying to do it the right way. Am I, having just floods of people come running after me? No. But you have to be patient. You have to follow the process. It takes a lot of testing, but it's worth it. Once you finally find that right audience, you get your copyright, you get everything just right, then it will pay off. So it's not a waste of time, but you have to be patient, and it does take time. So if you see this and you're like, yes, I want to learn more about that, either find some kind of research online. I'm sure there's lots of tools out there. Find something and learn about the Power Editor and the Ads Manager. Before this training, I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. I had heard Shalene talk about it a little bit, but I was like, that's way over my head. I'm not messing with that. So what did I do? I would boost posts for $5, $10, whatever. And I never saw any return off of it. So if you boost posts, you get a return, then go for it. But I was doing it. I would get likes on that picture, maybe a few comments, but it really didn't turn into a whole lot more than that. And so this system brings the potential for more long-term results rather than just one post that blows it out of the water. And then the next post you do, it doesn't have any lingering effects. Okay. So just remember, I'm not the expert. I can't teach you guys all of this. I just can't. It's too time consuming. It's too in depth. So if you want to know more about it, you're going to have to do your own research, or you're going to have to join the next social team builder training. To me, it's worth it. It's an investment in my business, and my husband and I decided this was going to be a good thing for us to invest in. So that's why we did it. So I'm going to screen share and quickly show you a few things, just so that if I reference something, that you know what I'm talking about. Okay. And it's not wanting to screen share. Let's try now. There I am. Okay. So this is my page. What I do is I go over here and go to the Ads Manager. Now, some of you guys may use the Ads Manager, but you may use it differently than I do. Some of you may not use it at all. I never really used to use it at all. But you're going to see here that I have these different campaigns. These are some of my new campaigns that I have started since I've done this. Now, I do campaigns for page likes. Okay, so you run an ad. I use a video. You can also use a picture, but I really like to do videos. 20, 30-second video. People really like planks and abs, royalty-free music, upbeat. Keep it simple. Something that anybody can do, that anybody will look at and say, I can do that. I want to see more videos like that. Don't get too crazy with it. But that's what I do. So I'm going for targeted page likes so that then I have those people on my page as a fan, and hopefully they start to follow my content. Rio, sorry, my dog is barking. Hopefully then they keep following my content and we can build a relationship. Rio. Okay. So this is the ads manager. Stop. But I do everything in the Power Editor. So this is something I never used before. And I'm sure there's a lot of things in here that I don't know how to do, but I know enough that I can create a campaign and I can do some split tests and I can figure out what's working for my audience. So I'm not even really going to show you how to do this because it's complicated a little bit, but this is a campaign, okay? And then if you click on it here, you see these are all my different audiences, okay? So for each audience, now you can create your campaigns however you want, and you can do tests for different things. So like when I first start out, I do different videos, but the same audience, okay? Then once I find a winning audience, or a winning video, sorry, in that initial audience, then I move to finding new audience. And that's the part I'm still kind of stuck in, is that I need to find some more really good targeted audiences that are going to like my page, and then they're going to continue engaging. So that's the part I'm still working on. So if you go to my page and you don't see a ton of engagement, just know I'm still in the process. It takes time. Okay, so then you find a good audience, and then once you know you have a good audience, then you can start doing more of like the real ads, like for inviting to your challenge group, inviting to your coaching team. You can do events on there, giveaways, all kinds of stuff like that. That's the part I haven't even gotten into yet because I want to get my audience right before I move on. I have one that's doing okay, but I want to find some more that are really good. So you can see all these different ones, and you can see my cost per like right here. So I do a continuous ad. I'm going to click on one here. Well, hold on. Okay. So I do $3 a day. This is for testing. I do $3 a day. Put in your audience. I build audiences with the Audience Insights tool. It's a separate tool. You can build audiences in there. You want to get between 500,000 and 1 million. You want it to be really targeted. Anything bigger than 1 million is too big. You only want to target mobile. Hopefully that wasn't like that because that's wrong. And then you can view the ad. These are all turned off. They're not on right now. And here's my ad. So like this page for more recipes, videos, and motivation. And I have a video here. You can select the thumbnail, all that kind of stuff. I honestly would not recommend just going in here and messing around because you're probably going to mess something up. Unless, I mean, if you can find like a training or a tool online that shows you how to do this, go through that first. Don't just jump in here and start trying to mess around. I mean, it's several days of information to, get into this tool. But anyway, that's how I create my ads. And like I showed you, this is what they call a campaign. And so you can create as many different ad sets, is what they call it, inside the campaign to test. So this is a test for audiences. You can see my highest one here was 73 cents. Okay, so that's not good. You want to get down preferably close to about 10 cents, but really anything below 20 is worth testing more to see if you can get it lower. So this Laguna Beach audience, I know you're gonna love the name, but it had somebody in there from Laguna Beach, and so that's what I called it. It wasn't getting anything, so I just killed it. this is a Beachbody audience, and I always throw that in there because then you can see if people who you definitely know like fitness like your video. A mom one didn't do very good, 50 cents. And then another one, 19. And this is Eat to Perform. This is the best one that is at 13 cents. So that's the one I think I'm going to try to move forward with and do some testing on some ads. But this is the point, okay? You have to test, and I'm testing out different audiences with the same video to see which audience is best. Now, they say in the training that if you let it reach up to about 200 people, that's a pretty good test. So some of these I stopped way before 200 just because I thought, there's no way that's going to get where it needs to be. And I had other ones doing better, so I didn't waste my money, reaching out to these people. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about the Power Editor. Now back here in the Ads Manager, it's kind of the same thing. This is where you want to turn your ads on and off. This is where you want to start them and stop them. This is where you want to check and see how it's going. You can see here that I've spent $87 this month, and I've added, I think, like 400 or 500 page likes. So you don't have to spend, and you don't even have to spend this much. Like this, I'm doing a lot of testing right now, and so it is going to cost a little bit more. But you can do, one test a month. I mean, you get to set the amount. And then once you find a winner, which pretty soon, I'm probably going to set one to run continuously for the whole month for like $1 a day. Because I'm learning that once you turn all your ads off, Facebook pulls back on your reach. And you got to understand Facebook is a business. So if you want to play the game, you got to play the game. If you want reach and you want, potential customers, you have to run ads. You have to be a marketer, an advertiser, you have to put something into it. You can't just expect your like page to all of a sudden blow up. That's my opinion anyway. So, yeah, it's better to do a continuous ad for page likes. Now, if you want to boost your page for $20 and get some likes, if that works for you, then go right ahead. But this is what I'm doing. I know you guys have been asking me questions, and I wanted to try to answer some of them. It's more in depth than this. And it's not that I don't want to help you guys, but it's that if you seriously want to do this, you need to get into the training because it's so much more detailed than what I can explain. And, you don't want to go in here and just start messing around with stuff if you don't know what you're doing. So this is the place where you check, and you can do this with any ad. I mean, you don't have to, be doing this specific kind of ad, but this is just something that you can apply. Like, look at your cost per like. If it's really high, change something. Try a different text. Try a different thumbnail on your video. Try a different video altogether, a different image. Tweak your audience. Pay attention to these kind of things, and just the ones that do really well, duplicate those. Or just use the same one again. Use the same one in a different audience. Like, you can do so many different things, but you have to pay attention to this kind of stuff to know what does well. You can see I have some that are really high. Some I killed them before they even got off the ground because I had other ones doing better. I mean, it just takes a lot of practice. So that's really all I wanted to show you guys so that you can see what I mean. I create an audience in the Audience Insights tool. I use the Power Editor to create my campaigns, and a campaign is basically test to see which ones do better and which ones do worse. And then I check everything in the Ads Manager, and that's where I, turn things on, turn things off. I can check my cost per like, but I do a continuous ad for page likes. Okay, so if you have questions, let me know. I'll try to help. But also, do your own research on these tools, Power Editor and Ads Manager. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.